Have you ever felt an undeniable pull towards something? A decision that just felt right, even if you couldn't logically explain why? That feeling is not just random intuition. It is your subconscious mind recognizing a symbol and responding to a story that has been encoded into your very DNA for thousands of years. Prepare to look at your world through a completely new lens as we expose the intricate web of hidden symbols that could be shaping your entire reality. We navigate our lives believing we are in the driver's seat, rational captains of our own ship, making conscious choices based on data, experience, and logic. Yet, we have all felt it, the strange magnetic force of the unexplainable. It's the inexplicable trust you feel for a stranger, the sudden aversion to a perfectly logical opportunity, the feeling of home in a place you've never been before. These moments are the glitches in our rational matrix, the whispers that suggest another, older, and far more powerful guidance system is at work beneath the noisy surface of our conscious minds. This journey is an invitation to meet that hidden navigator. We are not diving into superstition or conspiracy, but into a truth that has been understood by mystics and is now being rediscovered by modern psychology and neuroscience. The truth is that we are living in a forest of symbols, a world written in an invisible ink that our subconscious reads with perfect fluency, even while our conscious mind remains completely illiterate. Learning to see this hidden language is not just a fascinating intellectual exercise. It is the key to understanding why you do what you do, why you want what you want, and how you can begin to consciously co-author the story of your own life, rather than being a passive character in a script written by forces you never knew existed. To understand the power of symbols in our modern lives, we must first journey back to the dawn of human consciousness, to a time when the symbolic and the real were not separate things. In the ancient world, a symbol was not a mere representation of something else. It was a concentration of its power, a portal to its essence. When an ancient Egyptian carved a hieroglyph of an Ankh, the key of life, they were not just drawing a picture, they were invoking the very principle of life itself, creating a focal point for a sacred energy. The alchemists of the Middle Ages, with their cryptic symbols for gold, salt, and mercury, were not just creating a secret code for their chemical recipes, they were mapping the process of spiritual transformation, with each symbol representing a profound psychological stage on the path to enlightenment. These were not decorations, they were technologies of consciousness. They were concentrated packets of meaning designed to communicate vast, complex ideas directly to the soul, bypassing the slow, clumsy machinery of language. This symbolic worldview was woven into the great myths and stories that formed the bedrock of every culture. The image of the Ouroboros, the serpent eating its own tail, is a symbol that appears in Egypt, in Norse mythology, in Greek alchemy. It is a single, elegant image that transmits a universe of meaning about cycles, eternity, and the unity of creation and destruction, a concept that would take pages of text to explain.
Why do these ancient symbols still resonate with us? Why does the story of a hero venturing into the underworld to confront a monster still give us chills? The great psychologist Carl Jung proposed a revolutionary answer. He argued that these are not just cultural artifacts, they are archetypes, primordial patterns that exist in the collective unconscious, a shared, inherited layer of the human psyche. The hero, the shadow, the wise old man, the great mother, these are not just characters in a story, they are fundamental structures of our own minds. They are our psychic DNA. When we encounter a symbol that taps into one of these archetypes, it resonates with something deep within us, a part of us that has been vibrating to that same story for thousands of generations. That feeling of, "it just feels right," is often the hum of an ancient archetype being activated within your own soul. You are not just choosing a path, you are answering a call to an ancient story. This deep, primal connection to symbolism is not just a poetic idea, it is a neurological fact. Our brains are hardwired to process symbols and images at a speed that makes language look like it's standing still. Neuroscientists estimate that the human brain processes images 60,000 times faster than text. When you see a red octagonal sign at an intersection, you do not have to read the letters S-T-O-P. The symbol itself, the color, the shape, communicates a complex set of instructions like danger, slow down, check for other vehicles, yield the right of way, proceed with caution, to your brain almost instantaneously, long before your conscious mind has finished processing the word. The skull and crossbones on a bottle is an immediate, visceral warning of poison that transcends any language barrier. These are life or death symbols, and our brains have evolved to give them immediate and profound authority. This is the key to understanding our subconscious navigator. Modern psychology, particularly the work of Daniel Kahneman, talks about our two systems of thinking. System 1 is fast, intuitive, emotional, and operates unconsciously. It is the part of our brain that reads symbols. System 2 is slow, deliberate, analytical, and conscious. It is the part of our brain that reads text and solves math problems. Our modern world, with its emphasis on education and logic, trains us to believe we are primarily System 2 thinkers. But the vast majority of our daily decisions, from the brand of coffee we buy to the people we instinctively trust, are made by the powerful, ancient, and symbol-driven System 1. Our conscious mind then brilliantly creates a logical-sounding story to justify the decision that our subconscious has already made. And this is where our journey takes a crucial and perhaps unsettling turn. This ancient neurological power, once the domain of shamans and priests and mystics, is now the primary tool of the new high priests of our age, the marketers, the brand strategists, and the corporate architects of our desires. They understand the power of the subconscious navigator better than we do, and they are using this ancient language to guide our lives, often toward destinations that serve their bottom line, not our souls.
Every corporate logo is a modern hieroglyph, a sigil charged with billions of dollars of marketing energy designed to bypass your rational mind and whisper a story directly to your subconscious. Consider the Nike swoosh. It is not just a check mark. It is a symbol of movement, of speed, of effortless grace. It is the wing of the Greek goddess of victory, Nike, from whom the company takes its name. When you buy that shoe, your conscious mind is thinking about comfort and price, but your subconscious mind is buying a piece of the victory archetype. You are not just buying footwear, you are buying the feeling of being a winner. Consider the Apple logo, the simple, clean apple with a single bite taken out of it. It is a symbol with staggering depth. It taps into the myth of the Garden of Eden, the apple from the tree of knowledge. It is a symbol of wisdom, of creativity, of temptation, of thinking differently. It also represents a bite of information. It is a complex, multi-layered story concentrated into a single elegant glyph. When you buy an Apple product, you are not just buying a piece of technology. Your subconscious is buying into a story of being a part of the creative, intelligent, and rebellious elite. The Amazon logo, with its arrow pointing from A to Z, is not just a smile. It is a symbol that communicates a story of total satisfaction, of having everything you could ever want delivered to your doorstep. These are not accidents. They are the result of a deep understanding of symbolic language. The architects of our consumer culture have woven an intricate web of these symbols into the very fabric of our daily lives.
They are on our clothes, our food packaging, our screens, our buildings. They are the background radiation of modern life, and they are constantly shaping our emotions, our desires, and our decisions. They are the unseen forces that pull us, that make one choice feel right and another feel wrong. So, how do we move from being unconscious puppets in this symbolic theater to conscious interpreters of the play? We must begin by learning to see. We must practice the art of decoding our daily world, of making the invisible visible. The power to do this lies not in learning a complex new skill, but in activating a dormant one.
Let us practice this together, right now. This is a short contemplation to help you put on the new lens and begin to see the symbolic landscape of your own life. Find a comfortable position, and if you feel at ease, gently close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath, and as you exhale, allow the noise of the day to begin to fade into the background. First, I want you to bring to mind the room in your home where you spend the most time, your living room, your bedroom, your kitchen. In your mind's eye, I want you to look around this room not as a collection of objects, but as a gallery of symbols. Each object is telling a story. That family photograph on the wall, it is not just an image, it is a symbol of connection, of love, of your personal history. What story does it tell you every time your subconscious glances at it? That plant on the windowsill, it is not just a piece of decor. It is a living symbol of growth, of nature, of vitality. What message does its health or its neglect send to your inner self? That stack of unopened mail on the table, it is not just paper. It is a symbol of obligation, of unhandled responsibility, perhaps of anxiety. Feel the subtle weight of that symbol. Now, take this lens and turn it toward your digital world. In your mind, picture the home screen of your phone. Each app icon is a modern hieroglyph, a portal to a different world. Look at them, one by one. The icon for your banking app, it is a symbol of security, of scarcity, or of abundance. What feeling does it evoke? The icon for your preferred social media app, is it a symbol of connection and community, or a symbol of comparison and distraction? What is the story it promises you every time you tap it? Just sit with this awareness for a moment. You are beginning to read the invisible ink. You are starting to see the intricate web. This is the first step. You are no longer sleepwalking through the forest of symbols. You are waking up.